Welcome everybody to another episode of Happy Hour. This week's our Happy Hour community show.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing actually. It's one of those things where we're going to sit here, we're going to hang out with the crew, we're going to answer your questions live and see if we can't reverse the verse a little bit.
We should say we normally like to have devs on this show now and show you how to make a spider and so on, but everybody is just crazy busy getting ready for 3.0 right now, so
yes.
Look at us again.
Everybody else is busy doing work, so you're stuck with us.
True.
Let's introduce our esteemed panel of not quite developers. I am Community Content Manager Jared Huckaby. Immediately to my right.
Hi, I'm Community Manager Tyler Nolin.
And to his right.
I consider myself a Knox quite developer.
Oh, God.
Ben Lesnick, Direct Community Engagement, Star Citizen.
This is going well.
Hi,
And-
Lead Community Manager, Austin, Texas Studio, Tyler Witkin.
Joining us from
Or
Austin.
Xylo.
How you doing, Tyler?
I'm doing great. This actually feels really good. This is like throwback to when we used to do these regularly. I miss them. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So on this week's show, we're going to be talking a little bit about what we've done in the last week. Actually, we should talk about what we've done since the last RTV. So what's gone on in the last 9 months?
we only have an hour.
Babies were conceived and born, presumably.
Would you have an announcement? What's this about?
None from this team.
So we're going to chat with you guys. We're just going to talk about our week in review. We're going to answer some of your questions. You can submit your questions live to us in either the Twitch chat or on Spectrum. So you can jump to the Spectrum general chat or Twitch chat. Please preface your question with the word question. That's going to help us pull it out from the chat. And Ben, why don't you start us off? We'll go back to the old original format here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you did this week?
Well, I mean, I think it should be no surprise to anybody that this was Knox week. We kicked off the Knox sale on Friday of last week, and I have never seen people so excited about a ship. I mean, we make amazingly cool ships all the time, and I'm always shocked by how much people love them. But this one, I've never seen a thread where no one was complaining about anything. And that's not just Star Citizen. I mean, anywhere on the internet ever.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about Star Citizen is that our ship designs are so unique to their style that it's okay to not like this ship and to like this ship. Everybody has favorites. Everybody has ships they don't like, and that's one of the things that I really like about Star Citizen. So I often say, there's no ship that's supposed to be liked by everybody. It's supposed to be unique and individual. And then the Knox comes along, and it's like, oh, all right, well maybe a ship can be liked by everybody.
It's pretty cool.
Nope. What else did you do this week, Ben?
Just a lot of stuff along those lines. It was, planning for future ships. We have our ships for the rest of the year all figured out at this point, and now we're figuring out, what are we going to do on the website? What's the brochure going to be for this ship? How are we going to present? It's not that exciting, but it's work that has to be done.
One of the things I haven't seen is that in the Knox sales page, if you go to the sales page in the parallax along the left and right, there's little tabs that have actual Xi'an writing, and I haven't seen anybody translate that. They are translatable if you go back to the Xi'an language episode of Around the Verse.
Well, honestly, at the very start of this process, we figured Jean Bike. We'll talk about the language and the culture, and we'll play that up a lot, and it came together totally differently. So I think it's kind of left over from that. But speaking of the website, the Knox website is one of the best sales sites we've done, and I want to give super credit to the guys at Turbulent, Caitlin and Scott, who made that happen. It's fantastic.
Seriously.
Yeah. A similar attention to detail for the Eclipse sale last month, where they put so much into that, and it was so cool.
Tyler Witkin in the Austin, Texas studio. What have you been up to?
But just to add to that, what Ben said as well, similar attention to the website revamp they're working on. So that's going to be awesome when that's finally out in the world. A lot of different things. We got some events coming up. So there's been a lot of planning for Gamescom. We've been doing a lot of cool stuff with social media. We're toying with some third-party tools and really just diving into it and having some fun, trying to get creative. I think a lot of people noticed that we've been getting a little gift-friendly replying with people, which has been really fun for us. Some cool stuff coming later in the year. Continued work on our new player experience stuff, which I don't have anything to say about it quite yet, but soon. But yeah, you know, filming all the normal jazz,
I have
hanging out with all of our beautiful people.
I have one tease I can associate with that, which is that the long-awaited ship stats revamp is happening along with the new player experience.
Yes.
So.
Yes, I've been living in that for a little while now. So.
Yes.
So, Tyler Nolin.
A lot with like Tyler Witkin. You know, we're ramping up for Gamescom, so that's really exciting, and spending a lot of time on Spectrum and talking to you guys there and getting feedback about everything from, you know, website to in-game stuff to when's this coming out. You know, we're working on improving the Ask a Dev section too, so that's really exciting, coming up really soon.
And for me, I've just been living in that new player experience and store audit, ship stats update world. It seems like it's not the most exciting, but it's some stuff that's been on the back burner, stuff we wanted to get to for so long.
I think the amazing is that we look back at it and we're like, wow, we have put out a whole lot of content. And
yes.
Man, it would have been good to organize it when we did it, but we never thought there would be so much.
Do you remember how excited I was when I'm like, yeah, I'll take on the store audit? That was before I realized there were 99 ships.
Now, Austin Tyler mentioned events, and we should probably plug that tomorrow is CitizenCon Ticket Day.
Yes, CitizenCon tickets will be on sale tomorrow. They'll be on sale both Saturday and Sunday. They're going in waves. For the specific times when tickets will be made available, you can check out the CitizenCon post. It's already up on the website, but you'll also find it in today's weekly newsletter.
And this year it's going to be in Frankfurt. Which is great because it's the one. You know, we have 4 studios around the world. This is the one that has not hosted a CitizenCon yet, so it's going to be really good.
Yeah. You mentioned social media, Tyler, and whatnot, and you've mentioned the Knox sale. We did something fun with social media for the Knox sale last week. Well, it was fun for us. I have no idea.
It was a
for
blast. It was epic.
It was enjoyable idiocy, I'll say.
Yes.
Which is what we do best.
It's basically our hallmark, enjoyable idiocy.
Yeah.
Ben was the captain of the MV Golden Ticket.
Yes, that's right. I'm Captain Burton.
Yep, I was the incredibly incompetent Pirate Bane with his pirate shanties. And Tyler Witkin and Tyler Nolin were our first mates. First mates respectively. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we continued it into Spectrum on Thursday and did a little bit on Spectrum there. And then on the lore post on Tuesday, the actual lore makers took our adventure and made it a part of Star Citizen history. Although I think they leaned into the incompetency of Captain Bane a little hard, a little harder than I.
Nope, they nailed it exactly.
We were getting so into it.
Captain Bane's a hero of the people.
Get out of here.
By the way, Jared has been telling us for years and years now that he does not like role playing.
No, I hate role playing.
And it became very, very, very clear as we started the tweets, and I think that he really, really does like role playing.
Yeah, he does. He was really into it. So.
No. All right. So now that we've covered our weekend review, let's go ahead and start with the questions from the backers. Remember, please preface your question with the word question. That's going to allow us to pull it out of the conversation.
Wait. Maybe we're a little bit out of. I mean, it's been a couple months, but nobody has talked about what they had for lunch this week.
I'm on a diet. I haven't had anything for lunch.
Nobody has used the phrase punching outside its weight class yet.
My lunch is punching outside of its weight class.
It's
punching above its weight class.
Punching above its weight
above
class.
its weight.
All right, the first question that's punching above its weight class. Of course, let's go ahead and get it out of the way. Let's start with a ship question, specifically a ship question about the Carrick. The Carrick, what's the status? The Carrick is on our schedule for next year, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Yeah. So until its time on the schedule comes up, there won't be an update on the Carrick. It's just, of course, the ship schedule. You can see that as part of the production schedule. It's up on our website. You can see the ships that are scheduled to be worked on this year. We'd love to work on every single ship. It's just, like I said, we have 99 ships, and we have quite a few resources. We're over 400 staff across 4 studios, but that's still a limited number that can still only work on so many ships at any given time.
But find comfort in knowing that the Carrick is my favorite ship, and I can be very annoying.
Yeah. And honestly, a truism throughout Star Citizen ship development, we get better as we go along. It really does. Every ship we make is better than the last one. So I know that there's a lot of impatience. I want my ship now. But honestly, the longer it takes for us to get to that ship, I think the better you can expect the ship to be. I think history has proven that.
Yeah.
So.
And I think it proves that we eventually do get to the fireworks factory and deliver pretty cool ships.
Gotcha. All right. So what else we got, Tyler Nolin?
We're getting a lot of questions about the 600i.
Never heard of that ship.
That's not a real ship.
No, I think we did a tease for the 600 in the last the Eclipse sale, didn't we?
Are you willing to confirm that was the 600?
I'm willing to confirm the 600 is the thing that exists.
Well, you just said the 600 was the thing at the end of the Eclipse brochure. So.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yes. The 600 is.
Was it actually? I think it was the one before the Eclipse, actually.
Yeah, that's right. It was the magazine, the Banu magazine.
It was at the end of the Banu Defender brochure. Yeah, the magazine. Yeah.
By the way, there should be more issues of Space National Geographic out there. We did that for the Banu sale a couple months ago, the Defender, and it's just a great template. Everybody go make your own Star Citizen magazine issues. I want to see like the last 50 years of UAE history represented through their equivalent of National Geographic. Do that, someone.
Okay. So what are we saying about the 600 that doesn't exist?
It's 290 units less than the 890. No, there's nothing we can say yet. It is super, super cool, and it seems be mean to tease it like that, but you'll be. I will go ahead and say it's not the next one you're going to see. We're taking a lot of time. This is a really. Yes. Really special one, so it won't be the next ship you see, but it'll be soon after.
I see it comes up a lot in ATV. It was mentioned that the 600 is concept complete. That is just one stage of making it ready for sale. There's still all the marketing requirements and stuff like that. So that's what we'll
iteration.
Yeah. Yep. So it is concept complete as they mentioned in ATV, but now it's to us, and now we're creating all the marketing materials and designing the sale around it. So it does not mean it's ready to go to sale right away the second it's concept complete, but when it's ready, you'll see it.
Well, one great thing that we're actually doing with these sales now is we've learned to kind of do the additional marketing stuff and the game work in parallel. So we now know that we don't need to make some high-res image just for the sale. We do it in such a way that the ship is starting to be integrated into the game already, and we take those assets and work with them. It's made the whole thing a lot more efficient. As I think you guys saw with the Knox, we were able to show it like in Bug Smashers in the engine the next week. So it's also smooth now compared to years ago. It's great.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole idea of this thing. You get better over time. Tyler Witkin, there's a question in chat for you. Which glitch?
When? Actually, that's a really good question and something I've been thinking about. We give studio tours, in our studios occasionally, and every time people come in, they're like, "Are you ever going to do which glitch again?" And it got me to thinking that I think it would be really fun to do one 3.0 related, maybe post-release, just even if it's just a one-off, because some of the bugs that I've been seeing coming out of QA, they're hilarious, and I think that they should be seen by the world. And then also, one other thing, Citizen Partymeister, your name checks out. I'm not drinking a 40. I live in Texas, and this is sweet tea, but nice try.
So if we're not going to do Which Glitch exactly the same, but we're going to do some sort of spin-off, can we call it?
No.
Son of the Glitch?
Son of which glitch? No.
You know what, though? I'm actually okay with that.
No. Well, lucky for you, too bad for you guys, I'm the content manager. So. No, maybe. I don't know. We've got a tour here in the LA studio later today, actually. There's a tour going on in the Manchester studio today. There's a tour going on in the LA studio. Like literally, as soon as we're done with the show, I got to head over there and take some backers to the studio. One of the most common questions, is a good time to mention that, people ask, how do you get to be on a studio tour? You submit a ticket through the CS system. Tours happen on specific days and times, usually once a month at most. That's just to minimize the impact on our development. So you can submit a ticket to CS. They will tell you when the next tour, or maybe even the next 2 tours, are available in that studio. And if there's a way to make that work for you, your chances are good of being added. So that's how that's happening. So people can ask that. Yeah, you got that cool. Look at that.
Yeah, people keep mentioning it in chat. I'll give it a quick shout out because it's been a little while since we've highlighted this, but this was 3D printed by Engineer, hand painted, and it is
Yes.
It is a beauty.
It's really
That's
nice.
handsome.
And it was in the it was in our lobby for a very long time, but it's so attractive that everybody wanted to pick it up and fly it around the office. And I was like, nope, you guys are going to drop it. I'm putting it in my office.
We've actually got a 3D printed caterpillar right here
Oh,
behind us.
yeah,
that
it's
was
epic.
also sent by a backer, and it was built by him and his middle son. He made a note. He made a special note. I've got 3 sons. They're all backers, but only my middle son helped with this. So I like any dad who wants to shame 2 of his kids for not helping.
While we're thanking folks for sending us gifts, as I was coming in, I saw that we got a fruit basket from Clifford A.K. Miku
Oh,
Fruit basket.
for the dev team. So thank you so much.
Did you have
Clifford love.
Did you have those chocolate-covered strawberries?
I did not. I was not there for the unveiling. I had to get in here. If it did, it doesn't anymore, I'm sure.
Yeah, by the time we're done here, it won't.
Were you just going to eat the chocolate off and leave the strawberries?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of strawberries.
That's a process known as Jared.
So what's next, Tyler?
we got a question about the Starfarer. Is the Starfarer only used for hauling fuel, or can you switch it out for more physical storage?
Like beer.
We did initially expect that there would be different pods underneath instead of the fuel pods. We have not built them yet, but I think definitely that is something we will revisit down the line. And in fact, I'm familiar with another configuration of the Starfarer we're talking about, so there's more to Starfarer.
Yeah, I was speaking with Will Maiden, who's one of the designers in the UK, who's one of the things he's working on specifically is the cargo system, and he was asking about the Starfarer and being able to swap that stuff out. So not necessarily something you're going to see in 3.0 or anything, but it's definitely something that's on our minds.
One thing that we're finding a lot with ships, and it's one of the reasons why we don't do so many variants when we kick off a ship anymore, is that as we build out things like planets and solar systems and so on, we're finding more and more situations where we say, oh wait, we need a ship that does this. And then we go back and say, hey, the Starfarer could be modified in this way, or oh, the Saber could have this change. And so yeah, you'll see a lot more of that variants for the purpose we've discovered rather than the purpose we imagined, which is great.
There's a question in chat that says, when can we get the Space Kitty helmet that's in the background in game? That's not a Star Kitten helmet. What is that, Ben?
Oh, that's left over from our Wing Commander 3 stream we did a couple of weeks ago. That is Hobbs's. It's the physical prop. Back then you filmed video game cutscenes with actual actors. I mean, we still do it with actual actors, but it's motion capture. Back then it was literally just a tape
Live
camera.
action,
Yeah.
So is that the prop?
That's the prop, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yes, it's one of the few helmets that fit on my head, so I really like it.
In fact, that specific one, the first time I saw it was when I got my fan tour of Origin Systems in 1998. It was on the designer of Wing Commander Secret Ops' desk, and I was in awe of it. And later, he needed money. So
Here's a question I really like. Give an example of a Caterpillar module that will not make it into the game.
Sunday bar.
All right. What's a module that won't make it into the game, Tyler?
I don't know.
Good job. Tyler, what's a Caterpillar module that won't make it into the game?
Well, it might make it into the game. We're still working on this, but I'm thinking a ball pit.
Like a Chuck E. Cheese?
Yep.
All right. And I'm going to go ahead and go with the Dogapillar conversion. So.
I think if we just wait here a moment, there's going to be a physics programmer who comes in and like beats the tar out of it.
About it. We said not included. We said not included. I'm watching the door. Somebody's going to barge in right now. Who missed
What if
the
we
word?
combine our modules and we have a Sunday bar ball pit?
That's a good idea for a restaurant.
My birthday's coming up. We have like 8 weeks to create a Sunday bar ball pit.
We were trying so hard not to get this to become ridiculous, and here we are.
Nope.
Since we talked about Star Kitten a bit, someone asked in chat earlier about the referral rewards we talked about. So can you give an update on that?
Yes, I can. We are adding a couple more tiers of referrals between 1 to 10, so there's just some more easier to earn rewards. Those have all been selected and they've been sent off to Turbulent, and they're just waiting for some art and copy, I believe, right now.
Okay.
And we're going to be looking at higher rewards as we go, but we kind of think it makes more sense to reward people who are starting the program, just get them involved, make it something they actually want to do. The other thing with all that, I could swear there was some other aspect of the referral program I was supposed to mention, and I can't now.
I mean, are there going to be?
Oh, yeah, I should point out they will be retroactive. So if you have 6 referrals and we add a 6 referral tier, you'll get the stuff anyway. So no worries there.
Yes, we do like to do things retroactively when it can be done. One of the common refrains we hear is, "What about all the people I referred before the referral program?" Unfortunately, we weren't tracking that before. We can't. There's no way to go retroactive.
That was the pre-turbulent website for the initial referral program, and I feel bad about that all the time. I wish we could. I wish we could go from account to account and know, but. Yeah.
But when it's something we can do, we'll do our best to do it.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
By the way, just a reminder, statistically speaking, if your question does not start with the word when, it has a better chance of being answered.
Yes. Yes, this is not the place where this is the place where when questions go to die.
Well, I don't think we even need when questions anymore because we have the production schedule on the site. That tells you when to the best we know it. And I think you guys can kind of see where we were a year ago because we would have gotten that same information and we would have said, oh, it's going to be here. And then there would be some change, there would be some delay or some dependency, and we would feel bad that we gave you a wrong date. So now we just give it to you straight. You get the same information everybody here has. So it's no more when questions because we answer them all.
Somebody asked about a bar citizen module in the Caterpillar, and that got me to thinking, how cool would it be if you were exploring ArtCorp or something and you entered Glog, and there was a bunch of NPCs that were all gathering and drinking at an in-game bar citizen, and they were celebrating an in-fiction video game like Arena Commander or something. Hi, Justin. He's already gone. That stream's delayed.
No, I love that meta narrative stuff. I love how Arena Commander is a game inside the game. I want to go more layers deep and have there be like a game that people in Arena Commander play. Just turtles forever.
Wait,
see, the way that I see Jared, Tyler, and Ben is through the stream as well with our setup, so there's a delay. So I'm just now seeing you guys facepalm at my hello Justin delay.
You can't see us live through the webcam?
Oh, that's right, I do have you guys over here.
I gave you a live non-delay feed.
I can see you facepalming live now.
This is great.
Moving on.
This is my life, people. All right, what's our next question?
Will we see different body sizes?
Body sizes right here.
In game.
That's not one I can answer. I don't know the answer to that. I know absolutely nothing about the characters or stuff.
Yeah.
Well, since I asked kind of about character, do we have any updates on character progression? Do you know?
Nope. That's totally outside my. There was a point in 2013 where I think everybody in the company knew everything that was going on. Unfortunately, it's much harder now.
Here's a good question. SC Artifact says, question, are you planning on changing the flight model for 3.0? I'm going to kind of break that and say the flight model will probably continue to change. If you've played a lot of traditional MMOs, for example, World of Warcraft or something, games that have been out for 10 plus years, they continue to have patches that change how much damage something does, how fast an ability goes off, etc., etc., etc. It's kind of the nature of supporting an online game. So I imagine that it will continue to change, and that is the beauty of iteration.
But I can promise you right here, right now, today, that no matter what, we are never adding pandas.
All right.
Well, I have a question that everyone can answer. Do you have your favorite FPS weapon?
Gosh, is it the Devastator? Is that the...
The Devastator is the shotgun.
Shotgun, yes.
Okay.
I'm bad with gun names. I'm doing bad in real life, too.
I think mine is still the Bearing SMG. It's just still a quality weapon I've always used.
Every time anybody uses that acronym, I think, Sarah Michelle Gellar?
I will tell you my favorite gun is one that I saw just this morning. It's a bug Vinny Sinatra sent to me. He had a P4A handgun that accidentally loaded the railgun ammo.
Oh my gosh!
And it was amazing. And he was in there in Star Marine running around with a handgun that shot railgun. It just exploded everybody. It was amazing. I'm trying very hard to find a programmer who will program that into the game as a dev weapon so we can cheat. But it was pretty amazing to watch.
I just want to clarify right now that he's joking. We do not have secret dev weapons.
No, we don't.
And pandas will be in the game.
Yeah, I actually could not make that promise. It's theoretically possible. But
Well, hopefully it don't go extinct on Earth.
Just to jump in on that, by the way, for me it's the P4AR with the silencer on it.
So it's like the same thing, just without the railgun ammo.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Did pandas go extinct on Earth in 2942?
What about red pandas?
red pandas are adorable. They make other pandas look like trash.
Like trash pandas?
Yeah, there's red pandas, and then there's all the other. Is there a third panda?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Not the person.
I don't know. I'm not a zoologist.
Somebody was just like, "Oh, well, let's name these two completely unrelated animals that are totally different." And
Yes.
We're
the same
devolving.
thing.
We're doing it. Somebody says, I didn't pick up a space bike. Not really into that, which is totally fair. Will I still be able to get around planets?
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, yeah. If you watched ATV just yesterday, you'll see that all ships can operate in atmosphere. And so you're perfectly capable of picking up from one location and flying around in atmosphere to another location. It just you won't have the ground vehicle. We are actually getting a phone call. We are getting a phone call. Hold on.
From who?
Is it a surprise guest?
We are getting a phone call.
I'm
We're
not
gonna
going to be
see if
able
this
to
works.
see them.
Yeah, we're gonna see if this works. Hey, Cameron, let's go ahead. How are you doing, man?
Doing really well. I just thought I'd call you and see how it's going, and I'm outside at the moment because it's pretty noisy in there, but I wanted to show you around what's happening here in Wilmslow.
Tilt the camera down. There you go.
At the Bar Citizen. How's that? Can you see me now?
We can see you now. So you're at a Bar Citizen?
Yeah, here in Wilmslow. So we've got about 20, 25 backers here and about 50 devs. So there's a lot of good conversation going on about Star Citizen and gaming in general. It's a nice, fine night. It's about 8:30 here at night, and it's still relatively daylight.
Okay. Is that board gamer behind you?
Sorry,
Is that board gamer right there?
that is Board Gamer here. Shall we say hello?
Sure.
Hey, Board Gamer, say hello to the stream. Hello, I'm Board Gamer. You may remember me from such things as talking to camera right now and being slightly serious. There we go. And that's Bar Citizen. So I thought I'll take an opportunity to show you around.
Sure.
And so you get a feel for what's going on here. Some QA guys talking to some backers. I'll try and pan relatively slowly. Say hello to the stream, everybody.
Hello.
Hello.
We'll head inside, and from now I won't be able to hear you.
Okay.
So
Sure,
you
sure.
can just talk about what you're seeing, and hopefully you get an idea of what's going on. There's Ross Tregenza and Joe Neville, some of the audio team. Say hello.
We didn't have this planned.
Do we
It's completely
ever?
spontaneous. So it is late at night. It's like 8:30 at night in Manchester right now. Look how bright it is.
It's summertime.
Yeah. That's a heck of a turnout.
Yeah. Bar Citizens are so much fun.
Yes.
We should talk about some of the ones we've been at lately after this. Hello! You can't hear me, but maybe you'll watch this later and be happy that I waved at you. I hope.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people.
There's a ton of
Say hello
people.
to the
Yeah.
Star Citizen community.
Hello!
Tell them to take pictures.
Is he just spinning now?
Yeah, he's just try spinning, Cameron. That's a good move.
The video quality in it just seems like it's like the video you get in like Starship Troopers right before the asteroid
Hold on,
hits.
Cameron's
Aware
talking.
of what's going on, and we're all having fun and getting to know each other more and strengthening that bond between the devs and the community.
Well, we appreciate it, Cameron.
Pleasure.
All right, we'll let you go
I'm
back.
going to get back to my drink.
All right, next time though, you have to have the face paint.
No, not today.
All right. Thanks, Cameron. Take care.
Bye,
Give everybody our best.
Will do. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Well,
That's cool.
that worked.
It did work. That was great.
Holiday live stream redeemed.
Not yet. Not yet.
So,
Board Gamer is no longer bored. He is now inebriated gamer.
He's Beer Gamer UK.
all right. So that was, for anybody who's not familiar, a bar citizen. Ben, why don't you tell us what a bar citizen is?
Well, the first thing that's great about Bar Citizen is that it's a pun. It's a really good pun. Bar Citizens are the get-togethers that we did not start. These were created by backers to just meet like-minded backers, talk about cool space stuff, nerd stuff, and it's taken off. There are a whole bunch of them around the world every weekend, and it's just absolutely fantastic. We all went to one 2 weeks ago.
2 or 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, which was just great. A fellow who works at a Peruvian restaurant invited everybody to come there, and we got to hang out with backers. And Chris was there, Sandy was there. It was so much fun.
Yeah, one of the best things about Bar Citizens is that they are entirely run and organized by the community. CIG is hands-off. I mean, we'll give some assistance here and there when it's asked for, but this is a truly fan-run event. And when they're in areas where there are studios like Frankfurt or Austin or LA, we usually do our best to try to show up and attend. But they're happening all over the world. Tennessee just had their very first. Or Nashville, Tennessee just had their very first Bar Citizen yesterday, I think, or the day before. They're just popping up all over the place. Portland just had a huge one last month. That was great. It's really exciting to see. And there's a website that you can go to if you're interested in finding out if there's a Bar Citizen in your area, or if there's not a Bar Citizen in your area, to create one yourself. And that's barcitizen.sc. And
it's just so cool. I mean, we're all saying it's so cool, but I think back to, being a 13, 14-year-old nerd in the early 1990s, and just, when you first got the sense of the internet, when you first logged onto the internet and you found the Usenet and you found people talking in Iceland about Star Trek and Star Wars and Dune, and you're like, oh my God, there's other people like me out there. It's just so insane that now it's like a totally normal thing that you can, here's a way to be with people like you who are interesting and care about the same stuff. It's so crazy how society has changed.
No, seriously. I mean,
it
it really is. The Bar Citizen, I call it the Bar Citizen movement, because I think it's more than just a bunch of gamers getting together and getting drunk. Well, that's definitely part of it, but it really has just become a safe place for people with like-minded interests to come together, and you meet people that you would potentially never otherwise meet. I mean, one of the Bar Citizens I went to in Austin, there's a firefighter, and there's a sheriff, and there's a teenager, and there's a teacher, and it's all, completely separate lives all coming together with, the same passion and the same interests, and it's amazing. And by the way, speaking of the Food Citizen you guys had, that same weekend was the first time that there's been a Bar Citizen in every city that we have a studio in one weekend, the same weekend, which was incredible. And again, I always give him a shout out. Joran does a lot for the Bar Citizen community, helping coordinate it. He got MVP, I think was it this Monday or last Monday? I think it was last Monday. Yeah, it's awesome. And if you ever feel uncomfortable with going out and being social, but you kind of want to try it, Bar Citizens is the place to go. They've always just been a judgment-free, fun place to just go and meet like-minded people.
I would speak directly to that, because I remember being so shy and just afraid to tell anybody that I was obsessed with Wing Commander. I thought it was like a shame thing. Yeah. So I know there are people out there who are like, I'm afraid to go do this. I don't know if I'll be accepted. It's so cool. It's just an accepting, friendly community that it's awesome.
I got a message a couple days ago warning me that my dad was in the Utah Bar Citizens group trying to organize one for Salt Lake City.
Warning.
And I was like, great.
No, but seriously, Bar Citizens are just one more reason why we truly have the best job in the absolute world. I mean, seriously. So thank you to everybody out there who's coordinating them, and also thanks for just going out and attending, putting yourself out there and supporting each other and Star Citizen.
As with anything in Star Citizen, would not happen without you.
Yep. All right, what else we got, Tyler Nolin?
Can we talk about oxygen? Is it a resource that we can actually hold in our inventory space, and can we steal oxygen?
I don't know that one either. Sorry.
I don't know.
I will steal your oxygen.
I know there's a concept of oxygen because you can be without it, but I don't know to what degree it's a.
No, as we sorry, I'm sending Cameron a little message there. As we discussed in the subscriber town hall last month, blood oxygenation is actually going to be a function of the game. So the amount of oxygen that you have left, the amount of the environment that you're in, whether it is a particularly oxygen-rich blood, will mean your stamina will replenish faster and whatnot. And if it's an oxygen unrich blood, environment, is that your oxygen deficient environment? You're going to have a harder time refilling your boost, your sprint, and stuff like that. So oxygenated blood will be a game feature, and how that works out, we'll see when 3.0 drops and what you guys do with it.
I suspect what this question though is it a resource? Is there an amount of oxygen you have? Can you do Spaceballs?
Yes, I'm absolutely positive that when the person asked that question, what they really meant was, can you do Spaceballs?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, okay, no, it's actually from President Scrooge, so maybe that was what he was asking.
See? I got you, man.
Let's see, what else we got going on here? Here's a question from Sullivan. It says, why not change the Bounty Defender loner to a Super Hornet or a Saber? Because the loner for a fighter should be another similar fighter. The loner for the Bounty Defender at present is I think it's the Scout. I think it's the Cartual, I think. And the reason we did that loner is because we wanted to give you alien for alien and stuff. It's important to remember with the loners that they are not a 1-1 equivalent to the ship. We're attempting to bring a variety of ships into the universe, through the loner program. It helps the project, it helps everybody if we get a variety of ships out there. So while an argument can certainly be made that a Super Hornet would be an appropriate loner for it, the argument can be made for several ships, and we have to pick one. So yeah.
But if you'd like to make that argument, do it on Spectrum, and we will pay attention to it for sure.
Yep. All right, what else we got? Another Carrick question. We covered at the beginning of the show, 2018.
Breaking news, Ben Lesnick loves Wing Commander. Really?
It's out. No, I mean, I didn't speak until I found the Wing Commander community. That opened me up to the world, going online and thinking, hey, there's a bunch of other ridiculous people who like this ridiculous thing. It makes you whole. And I know we say stuff like this about all sorts of things, but the most rewarding part about Star Citizen has been helping put together this community where people feel the same way. It gives them back something, and it brings them together. It's cool stuff.
This is actually a really good question. Brybase says, what's the general atmosphere in the studios right now? Are you crunching for 3.0? Are tensions high? Or are you guys taking it in stride? So I could tell you how Austin is. You guys could tell us how LA is, yeah? So sure. the thing is for Austin is everybody is kind of heads down. One of the reasons that we're having this style show as opposed to, one of our other ones is just because we don't want to bother anybody because everybody is super focused. And so while everybody is working a lot and heads down, there's also a level of excitement because one of the things I always like to remind people is that a lot of the people that work at CIG, we work here because this is our dream game as well. A lot of us left other game companies or other jobs or whatever, or moved halfway across the country because we want to play this game too. So everybody is focused because we want to play it just as much. And I've seen some really cool stuff, just people getting creative because everybody wants to be efficient and get stuff done. We want it out. And so, I mean, just the other day, they were doing a quick pick-me-up mocap shoot in the Austin studio where they took a bunch of ladders and they set it up and it was like duct tape. And they were really just like, we can do this, just with what we have here and with this equipment and that. And they just made this really cool setup and captured a few animations. And I don't know, it's really cool to see everybody right now so proud of what they're working on and so close to being able to share it with all of you.
Yeah, I would say very much the same here. There are certainly long hours. There's people working insanely hard, but there's no sense of despair at all. We know we have something extremely, 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 extremely cool that's about to happen, and everybody is together on that. I think the most despondency I have seen here is on our side of there's the kind of the support side, and there's the dev side, physically in the office. And I think the most frustrating thing is how can we want to support the devs more. We want to feel like we're working as hard as they are. But no, it's definitely a team that's cohesive and believes in something.
And to piggyback on the trying to stay out of folks' ways while we're back to the old format here. If you watched Bug Smashers earlier this week, you saw it was very low tech. We were back to only the webcam. Our voices were muted. It was all right. Let's just sneak this in there, a quick 10 minutes. Not to bother. You can hear everybody talking in the background. We're just like, hey, here's a secret Bug Smashers we're shooting under the radar right now. To try to get something out for you.
That was actually really fun though. I liked that. I liked that a lot.
And to piggyback on the level of excitement, this is a true story. Ben and I got a Skype call out of the blue from one Tyler Witkin in the Austin studio earlier this week. Earlier this week, and we're both like, "What's Tyler doing calling right now? There's no meeting or anything right now." We answer, and he's got the screen share to his 3.0 open. He's like, just look at this. Look at how cool this is. I'm in here and I'm playing, and look at this bass and look at the textures here.
He was on the dark side of one of the moons, and he was zoomed out above it, and he was like, look down there. You can see the ship from all the way up here, and I can fly close to it. It was so cool.
You're embarrassing me. Seriously though, I mean, we work a lot too, and a lot of it isn't directly in the game, and so we don't always have the time every day to check the latest build and jump in. There's a lot to do, and so I had a little free time, and so I downloaded the build. I used to be in QA, and so it was kind of nostalgic. I was just like, oh, I get to use these tools and blah blah blah, and I jumped into 3.0, and I went to Yella, and I had a rover, and I was just driving around, and as I got to the dark side of the moon, I was just like taken aback. I was just like, I'm not trying to tease anybody. Like, I drove a rover. Like, I just want to share this experience with you because I know that we're all going to get to do it together soon. But yeah, I called Jared and Ben, and I just had to share it with them. I was like, guys, like, this is incredible. The headlights on the rover lighting up the path in front of me just looked unreal. The red glow on the ground behind me from the brake lights. It was awesome. And honestly, it got me so hyped, even more than I already was. So, and we're close.
I will forever remember the day Tyler Witkin called to show me how cool Star Citizen is.
There's this line from...
it's legitimately what he was doing. It's not a joke. You recall the line from what?
Oh, I was thinking about this yesterday. There's this line from, it's the opening of Keats's Fall of Hyperion, which is, fanatics have their dreams, wherewith they build a paradise for a sect. And I was like, that's Star Citizen. I used to be a poetry major.
No, I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. All right, so what else we got going on here?
Marcus Perry in Spectrum says that CIG video content has much improved since the early days, and they kind of want to know what's the process like now for us, and how we've kind of come from where we were to what we're doing now.
Yes.
So we have an entire video department now called GVP, General Video Production,
global.
And global. General's better.
Thanks a lot, Ben.
No, we have a fantastic video team with, you guys have met JJ before, you've met Justin, John Schimmel, who is a guy who has worked with Chris. He worked on all the Squadron stuff. He's been leading video stuff, and he's like an old Hollywood pro, so it's fantastic to see how that's come together.
Ian Duncan, Cameron, who you saw earlier, helps out in the UK. We just hired a new video producer in the UK to help that out in the EU. It became in order to expand around the verse from just a couple people in the UK studio, doing what they could every week. We had to create a global department to do it, and I think the results speak for themselves. That effort that started back in July of 2016 has just done nothing but improve since then.
And the people to really thank for this is our subscribers. The subscription program just continues to grow unexpectedly. We were able to, put more resources into
look,
video.
Here's some GVP right now.
Yeah.
Well, we wanted to thank you. You were thanking the subscribers. We wanted to thank them too, because We wouldn't be here without you guys.
Yep, love making stuff for you guys.
I don't know if any of you could hear them or not, because
Mike's pick up pretty.
Hopefully.
they said they love the subscribers, and that's true.
Yay.
Right.
By the way, a couple people in chat said, Disco Lando, don't tease Xylo. We haven't had to give this notice, but Jared and I, we love each other very much, and I'm really happy to have a grandfather like him.
Wow.
I'm not that old. I've just been working here for a couple of years now. This is what you look. I'm 27.
Oh, it's so true. I wear a hat because I'm losing my hair. Don't tell anybody.
No, it's just
Whenever I go to get a haircut, it's gray. the outside, but the fluffy part is brown. But when it's short, it's just gray now.
Yeah, I'm 27, but the bags under my eyes are 34. So.
Oh, it's true. The bags are real. I looked at a picture before, and I was just like, worth it.
I can't watch any of my videos from the first year.
Yeah.
But partially because they're awful. But.
Yeah. There's a question about will Evocati be allowed to stream 3.0 as soon as they get it, or will there be an NDA period again? Evocati is the NDA group. Yeah. So if a patch is in the Evocati phase, it is sequestered under an NDA. It's when the patch moves to the open PTU, that's when you'll be free to stream to your heart's content. So there won't ever be an Evocati period that isn't NDA. They are one and the same, synonymous. So.
And one thing we hear about Evocati all the time is why are these people being rewarded? Why is this group special? It's not a reward. It's hard work.
It is.
And they do it very well.
Yeah.
No.
Just to give a little look behind the curtain at some of the stuff that Evocati works on, some of the time that we're testing with them, there are very focused tests. They really aren't fun. And occasionally they're on unstable builds, very early builds, where we might, request, hey, can anybody help us with spawning a ship over and over and over and over and over? And these people are willing to help us out just to gather data and stuff like that. And so it's people are like, oh, Evocati's got the build. I'm so jealous. They're doing this and that. And they're willing to sacrifice their free time to bang their head against the wall for us sometimes.
Yeah. I know people ask this all the time, but how does one get into Evocati, or how does one be selected to be a part of the Evocati group?
Issue council.
Yeah, issue council.
Yeah.
We regularly add people a few times a year. We take a look at how many we have, how many we need, depending on which test cases or what we're doing. But the biggest thing is really just to participate. The issue council is one of the biggest factors, and just helping out.
No, I discovered very early on in my time here that I am not a tester. I don't have that disposition within me. I came in here thinking the same thing that so many people think, that QA is getting to play the game early, and it's so not the case. It is being able to beat your head against the wall of one portion of the game over and over and over again until you figure out why it's not working. And it's.
You say not a tester because you're always testing our patience.
Just end the stream now.
Can you bring slider number 3 down? Yeah. Just bring slider number 3 down to 0.
Yeah, Ben's done. Sorry, Ben, you're off.
Mute.
No, you know what though? Fun fact, because I was in QA before I was in community here, and it's actually really common that when you do quality assurance for a video game, the last thing you want to do is play it when it releases, because it's like you've literally walked into every wall and sat in every chair. So it's actually really funny. We work with some people in our QA department in Austin that have actually been doing QA for up to 18 and 20 years of their lives. And we've talked about this before on the patio. Everybody's still so stoked to actually jump in and play. So it's kind of cool.
You know why that is? Community. You want to play with the community. You want to be part of
No, is Ben muted, or can they hear him?
No, he was muted. I told him to bring him back up. So he wasn't actually supposed to do it. Good job, JJ. Let's see. I'm waiting for Jared to say you're watching the last show featuring Disco Lando. Yeah.
Are you still shaving your beard off with 3.0 launch?
Off? It's gonna be weird.
Yeah,
I don't approve of that.
I will do clean shaven at some point before the end of this year. I'll do that. I don't know if I'm going to be ready to do it by the time 3.0 comes out, but I haven't seen my face. I don't know what my face looks like anymore. I haven't seen it in a number of years.
I think you need to go the opposite direction. You need to go like 1930s grandpa beard.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna let it grow. I'm gonna let it grow and let it grow, and then I'm gonna shave it. So we'll see if that happens with 3.0. Probably not. But I am curious. I don't know what I actually look like anymore.
Well, hair today, gone tomorrow.
That was,
Can I mute him now?
Again.
Go back to quoting Keats. I like you more when you're doing that. Let's see. Now, will you guys take vacation after 3.0 releases? I think you really deserve it.
I'm taking a vacation.
You are?
I'm taking one next week.
Me too.
I'm finally actually going to a Ben place on vacation. First time in like 4 years.
Yeah? What are you doing?
I am going to Kansas to visit a museum called the Kansas Cosmosphere, because spaceships. One of my bucket list items is to go to see every American manned spacecraft, Apollo 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. And for whatever reason, there's a space museum dead in Kansas, and so Allie and I are gonna go see spaceships.
What craft is there? It's Grissom's, is it? No, it's not Grissom's capsule.
They are the group who recovered Grissom's Mercury capsule, but I
Yes.
think it made travel. They have one of they've got a Mercury, a Gemini, and an Apollo, and I do not remember offhand which they are.
Wait, a place in Kansas has a Mercury, Gemini, and an Apollo?
And I think this is a case of, there was one crazy space fan who's built this, and it's become a big thing.
Maybe it's just because it's in the center of the country, so it's...
And I think they're the acknowledged restoration people now, because I know when Goddard had their, I think it was Gemini 10, they wanted to restore it. They sent it to Kansas. It's like the place for restoring 1960s spacecraft.
And what's your vacation, Tyler?
I'm going to the beach for the 4th of July. So I'm very excited.
Lucky.
I'm just going to get really sunburned. That's pretty much it.
In general, though, I think we're not taking like a group vacation after 3.0 hits, because then we've got Gamescom, CitizenCon, anniversary sale, holiday live stream.
Yeah, we're about to hit the busy section, the busy season for us here. So no, it's the time to take vacations is now and before.
Yeah, Hurricane Defender Eclipse Knox was our vacation.
Yeah. Okay. What else we got?
Dad Joke Cinema wants to know if he should stick with his traditional 401k or consider a Roth IRA.
Are you purposely aiming for the questions we have no chance at answering?
Yes.
I'm under the opinion that 640K is enough for anyone.
All right. I appreciate your comment, or joke.
Only 7 minutes
I
left.
appreciate your comment, joke.
That was an MS-DOS joke.
That's right. It was 64K.
640K.
604K. All right. What's going on? What else we got now?
Will there be any Oh, I have guests. Oh, cool. Come in. Is this from Clifford?
Okay, go ahead and switch.
Clifford brought us a fruit, or sent us a fruit bouquet.
God.
That was really good timing.
Clifford Global Domination.
Do you see how I've trained them in the studio? They know to just bring the goodies directly to me.
That backfires eventually.
Who's in there with you?
Oh, look, I love the USA.
That explains
Awesome.
the DM I got from Clifford this morning, which was apologizing because they were out of balloons in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Wait,
I see what's going on, Clifford.
I'm gonna go check if we have something. I'll be back.
I see.
No, we
what's
do.
going
We
on.
do. We have. He sent one of his baskets to us also.
Yeah. Bring the basket to us, JJ.
Now, this is the creative section of Twitch.
Of course, you
Or it's
just
food.
left it with Tyler on the big screen. He's not here to change it back.
We get
Well,
to
let's all just watch Tyler eat strawberry.
Strawberry.
Please, Tyler, go give that to some devs who.
Oh, I will.
The show was going so well for a while. And now our board operator has left.
Then
He's
everyone
left
died.
He's left us with Tyler on the big screen eating. Hold on.
I love this show. This is great. We should do these more.
The closer to the end, the faster it falls.
We should do these more. I mean, I think maybe do them separately because I don't want to take away the cool dev streams we do, and I still want to do the museum ones. But we should do like a half-hour social stream every week or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Let us know on Spectrum if you want that to be a thing.
Yeah.
Or more likely, let us know if you don't want that to be a thing.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna make it on Twitch fails again after that one.
do you remember when we said that the one thing that we absolutely weren't supposed to do when we come back after a 7-month hiatus was eat and talk about food on the stream?
This doesn't look nearly as great as the one that Tyler has.
Clifford, it's fine. Thank you,
Wow,
Clifford.
you ungrateful Tyler.
The views and opinions of Tyler Nolin do not reflect those of Cloud Imperium Games, Robert Space Industries, or its subsidiaries.
I mean, what happened to it?
I think it
The
actually
devs have
went
been
through death.
enjoying. Thank you, Clifford. You are amazing.
We've been stuck
and
in a
it really
room the
does mean
entire
a lot
time.
to everybody here.
Okay, I'll eat the strawberry anyway.
All right. Well, I think it's past time that we wrap up the show here, guys.
Yeah,
Can you grab me
me
one?
too.
No.
Just come in here and grab one
I
yourself.
have headphones on.
You left with Tyler on the big screen eating. Don't act like you suddenly have to work.
So it was really good to see you guys again.
This was fun. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we do. Just it's nice to take an hour every once in a while to just kick back and hang out and chat with the community. You guys really are the reason we do this. So thank you so much.
Well, don't put that on them. This is not their fault.
I mean, they're the reasons we do all the good stuff, not this. This we do for us. They're the reason we do all the good stuff. So with that, we'll take our leave from you guys. Remember, the CitizenCon tickets go on sale tomorrow. They'll be on sale throughout the weekend. To find out the specific times, check out the post that's on RSI right now, and look in the weekly newsletter that should be out later today. It'll have a direct link.
This is also your last weekend to pick up one of the Knoxes and during the concept sale. It's Knox a bad idea. I mean, we can do those all night if we want. The silver one is limited. I know there's some confusion about that. The Knox Q is the Knox Q is the limited one. If anybody is figuring out which Knox to get right now, that's the one that won't come back for sale.
And for subscribers, the Caterpillar just went on sale. So the Caterpillar was the June ship of the month for subscribers, and now it is on sale. That's only throughout the weekend. So if you liked what you saw, this is your chance to pick one of those up.
The Caterpillar.
July is ship of the month.
Yeah, it
the
is.
RSI Constellation.
Yes, thank you. Yes, RSI Constellation, and we are putting out an open call for ridiculous Constellation stunts. Please post them to the subden.
And buyback tokens are also coming really, really soon. So if you've been saving your buyback token, you need to get rid of it soon or spend it because they don't stack. So once we release the new buyback tokens, it will just replace the old one.
The Surface Outpost is just filling up with people. All right, so
This up was a lot busier than I thought it was.
All right, so for happy hour, I'm Jared. That's Tyler. That's Tyler. That's Ben.
Ow.
That's Justin. That's Forrest, and that's JJ.
Bye, everyone.
We'll see you again in 2 weeks, guys.
Bye.
Where is it?
Push the button, JJ.
Push the button.
Put your button, JJ.